It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. Surviving a married man and his wife. Y'all, I'm gonna take y'all on the wrong road. Like, my friends begged, when I say begged me to get on here and do the story time, because they was with me from beginning to end, and we always joke about how my life is a freaking movie. Like, the stuff that go on in my life, it's some stuff you see on a big screen, y'all. Like, and I'm gonna tell the truth, even if it makes me look bad. It's 2019. I come into somebody's car, nothing too fancy. So I remember getting on Facebook Marketplace looking for a car, and I come across like a Honda Civic or Accord, you know. And it was in Union, South Carolina, which was like 45, 50 minutes away from where I'm from. Me and my mom went. Y'all, I did not know when I walked in that dealership, like how just walking in that dealership, my whole life turned upside down, all and around. Like, y'all, I wish I would have knew. Y'all. So I get there to buy this Honda. It's people working under the hood on the car. He was like, oh, it just needs a battery. I was very interested in the car. My mom was like, no, red flag. We did exchange numbers because, like I said, he said it only needed a battery. I like the exterior, interior, perfect, you know, but my mom was like, I went and looked at a whole nother car, ended up buying a whole nother car like hours after that. So he ended up calling me, text me like, it's crunk, you know, it's crunk, we got it crunk, it's ready to go. What I didn't tell y'all was, when I got there, he had a baby. Y'all know the carrying things that you place on your back and on your chest. He had a baby in the inside. I want to say every bit of 7-8 months, maybe. She was under 1. So, wasn't walking. So, I'm making conversation. I'm like, oh, she's so cute. And he tells me, like, his baby mom got sent to prison and he had to get custody of his girls. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Especially considering the situation that I was going through with the newborn, you know, a single mom, child's father, not in the picture. It really touched me. So yeah, we are in deep communication. Like, things started moving very quickly. Within 2 weeks, like, we are locked. Y'all, we locked
Girl,
in.
you skipped a whole lot.
In 2 weeks. Okay, remember, I'm 20 years old. So yeah, at the time, I'm 20 years old. So he's 10 years older than me. So he's 30 at this time. Yeah, so keep that in mind throughout this whole story. So I don't know if y'all caught it, but he owned the car dealership that I was going to buy the Honda that I end up not buying. So
we missed something.
It wasn't a day we did not see each other. We're in heavy communication, and you know, everything is everything. Things was moving very quickly. Me being around, I started picking up on things, and him being a single father, fresh, you know, it's a lot of things that he didn't know. Like, you know, the baby could only wear certain type of diapers, or it could cause diaper rashes, and it's certain things that I didn't know that he was teaching me. So I think we were like beneficial to each other. Okay, so me being who I am and just picking up on things. Like I said, things was moving very fast, very quickly. I'm seeing him every day. We're seeing each other. We are, of course, sexually active with each other. And it's just, like I said, things move very fast, very quickly. I don't know if I mentioned that I had his name tattooed on me within 2 weeks, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so I'm 20. Don't judge me. I said I'm gonna tell the truth even if it made me look bad, okay? And I want y'all to get in the comments, give me some feedback, get me told, okay? So yeah, I just started picking up on things, and of course he's a single father of 3 children, so it was a lot of walls that he hit, and I just remember telling him
your inside walls,
because you have your dealer license, you know, and I'm with you every day. So we're not driving my car. My car is literally parked. I'm with you every day. I'm literally driving his car. I remember telling him, you know, how about I sign my title over to you? I sign my title over to your dealership or whoever, and you sell my car, You do what you do, keep the money, do what you do need to do with the money, because I'm always in your car. We're always driving your car anyways. And later on, you can just get me another car. You have your dealer license. You can go to an auction and like get me another car for cheap, you know, for wholesale price. So just me being me. So I did that. I signed my car over to him. He ended up selling my car and handling what he needed to handle. Throw this out there because I know TikTok like to do that little thing, but in the presence of this man, me or my daughter did not want for anything. He was paying his bills, my bills at my apartment, even though I was not there, feeding us every day, as well as his children, buying us clothes, buying us shoes, everything. We did not want for anything. So me being the type of woman that I am and just picking up on the situation, that was me trying to help. That was me offering, okay, because I'm not bringing anything to the table. So yeah, y'all, I fell in love with the children before I even thought about him, okay? Just being around all the time, seeing the situation firsthand. And don't get me wrong, he was doing the very, very best he could, and I commend him and I salute him. But a woman's touch was most definitely 100% needed, okay? So it was 3 children, 2 little girls, one under 1, and I think the other one was like 5 years old, and a little boy. The little boy was not his, and that should have been red flag number 1. But like I said, I don't know the situation with his father. So I'm just thinking, oh, he's so sweet. His baby mom is, you know, incarcerated, and he has her children. That's what I'm thinking. Mind y'all, me and him were public. We were public, very much. Pictures, videos posted everywhere. So I had no reason to think anything otherwise. Okay, so 3 months passed, and guess what? I'm pregnant, okay? I am pregnant. Now my caption is surviving a married man and his wife. So let me give y'all some insight on the type of female we dealing with, okay? She's 10 years older than him. I'm 10 years younger than him. She's 10 years older than him. Apparently they've been together for like 10 years. So since he's been young, you know, she's had him, okay? Since maybe like in his early 20s, my age, okay? And you know, I heard stories around that she was like the breadwinner in a relationship, which would explain a lot that I was seeing coming into a relationship with him. It will also explain why she was even in federal prison in the beginning. Overall, he is a person that knows how to hustle, knows how to get money, regardless if he learned it from her or whatever. What I saw, he provided for me. So picture Precious, a lighter skin tone Precious, big at the top, little at the bottom, real knock-kneed, facial hair, mouth big, like y'all. If you and he's handsome. He's handsome. I like mine medium ugly, but he's handsome. Like, if y'all seen them beside each other, it just would not make sense. So I believed everything that he told me, because like it would confuse a blind person. And y'all know I'm sure every town has females that's, you know, they don't get men, and when they do get one that pay them attention, like, they don't play about them. They don't play about, baby, she was not playing about this man. She was not playing. So y'all, apparently people started to tell her that, we're gonna call him James, was in a relationship. James was in a relationship. Like I said, we are public. I'm even posting his children.
Oh, you got a line.
Y'all, I love those little girls. When I say love them. They were the reason I stayed on most days, you know. That man was not prepared to be in a position to have those children alone. And I'm watching what I say, because he's not a bad person. He's not a bad father. And like I said, he did the best he could, but he was left in a very unfortunate situation. And past a man, I feel like I should have got a thank you. But back to the story. So y'all, this lady 100% at this time in prison. Like, she was in federal prison, so she was able to like email and call and video. Okay? This lady 100% knew about me. Not only was her family and friends telling her, he talked to her about me. Was he lying about our relationship status or anything? I don't know. Was he still selling her dreams? I don't know. Was he still... I don't know. But she 100% knew I was there with her children. And I remember him coming in a room one day and saying that she wants to talk to me. Y'all, he did not give a... Okay? And after, you know, years has passed and knowing what I know now, he ain't never gave a... Apparently, he's been dealing with other women while dealing with her, and she knows it. Okay? So... yeah, we're gonna get deeper into that, but she 100% knew about me. So the day that she asked to talk to me, I was all for it, because I said she deserves to know who's around her children. Those were my exact words, word for word. She deserves to know who around her kids. Yes, I would love to talk to her. Why did I do that? Me agreeing to talk to her was one of the best and worst decisions I've ever made. One, because that's when the drama, y'all, from prison, okay? This lady did not let up, okay? From prison. And also, I'm thankful for it because I found out what I found out. So, it started off her being very nice, okay? Mind y'all, I'm even asking her, is it okay if I put this type of grease in your daughter's hair? Like, it started off very nice, and then it proceeded into her asking me did I know they were married. Okay? So, like I said, I'm pregnant. Me and him are, y'all, this man when I say love me down, I'm talking about will do anything for me, cry real tears. Like, y'all, this man loving me down. I'm pregnant. We're a whole family. Up to now, I'm thinking this is his baby mama. So she asked me, did I know if they were married? I told her no. I asked him about it. He gets mad, y'all. No, I ain't married. He tells me that it's common law marriage, meaning after you've been with the person for a certain amount of years, a certain amount of time, that they declare you guys married. And it's called common law marriage, is what he told me. 20-year-old me. Okay? So I'm Googling common law marriage, and, you know, I'm believing him, y'all. Like I said, looking at her, looking at him, it didn't give a real relationship. It gave sugar mama. This man has me around his family, his friends. We're public. I'm pregnant. It just did not give what she was saying it was giving. So, of course, I'm believing him. Okay? So, y'all, I'm going to throw y'all a little curve in here that later on in my pregnancy, right before I was about to give birth, I did find out that the marriage was in fact real. Now let me tell y'all, because she would not let up. She was like, go look at this drawer. Our wedding rings, our wedding bands is in there, everything, this, that, and the third. Okay? So later I found out that it was true. I'm big and pregnant. So what he said, and I'm gonna just say, because we can't believe nothing he said at this point, but he was like, well, and even she told me that they got married literally right before she went to prison. Like right before she went to prison. So there was no proposal. It was no wedding. And they had a business together. Remember the car dealership that I was telling y'all about? Also, the little boy that was not his but was hers. Apparently, what he told me, and like I said, we can't believe him, but he was like that the marriage was, the purpose behind the marriage was nobody would be able to come in and take her son that's not his away from him, as well as something with the business. Okay, I don't know if the business was in her name and her being that she was about to go away. He explained it to me, and like I said, in my 20-year-old mind, it made sense. So y'all, we're riding one day. I'm pregnant. I don't know about I'm still lost about the marriage at this point, but I just want to throw y'all a curve in there that I later found out. But why this episode is named Roots, I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay? We're riding one day. And we're passing this psychic's business, and it says like palm readings for $25. Y'all, I'm like, let's stop and get palm readings. That would be so cool. That would be so fun. Y'all, we stopped, and she only allowed one person at a time to come in so the energies would not mix or whatever. So I went in first. I'm pregnant. I knew what I was having. She told me what I was having without me telling her. She also informed me that death would be approaching me soon. And my grandma actually passed 4 days after me giving birth. But that's neither here nor there. So he went in after me. And like I said, I was not able to go in with him. And he come out. He said, I knew it. I knew it. So I'm like, what's going on? You know, at this point, I'm impatient. Like, tell me. I knew it. She was old. I was out here living my best life. And I had bad, just bad. Like, I'm talking about he's carrying on awful. So apparently the psychic told him that a root was put on him approximately 3. Okay, my video keeps stopping. But yeah. So he's like, she tells him that he had a root put on him. And the root was put on him approximately 3 years ago, and it was put on him through his food. And she told him that his own money was used to put the root on him. Okay? So what we take from this is, it's someone that's fixing your food. It's someone that you're either giving money to or you're sharing money with. Mind y'all, they own the business together. So, and she told, the psychic told him, if you give me 2 to 3 weeks, I will tell you the exact person who did this to you. In the meantime, she sent him home with work. Like, he was having to sleep with fruits under the bed and bring it back to her. He was having to take baths and things that she sent him with. But one thing that she needed him to do was sacrifice his own money, because his money was used to pay for whatever was put on him. And by sacrificing, meaning he needed to burn money. And at that time, we was not in a position to burn any money. But he did everything but that. Okay? So, 3 weeks passed. This lady don't even know this woman, don't know she's in prison, don't know nothing about this man's personal life. And this lady told him the wife's whole name. He said she was the one who put the root on you. He wanted to get second opinion. So in the meantime of her even telling him the name, in the middle of him even doing, you know, the work to get it off of him, he went to go see, like, y'all, it bothered him so bad. I remember him going to like 4 different other psychics and them telling him the same thing, like, baby, you have something on you. So y'all, in the middle of him, you know, taking the baths and the fruit and taking the fruit back to her, this man was throwing up red, y'all. I remember him sending me a picture, and he's like, do you see the face in his throat? Like, y'all, this man messed up bad. I'm pregnant, y'all. Y'all gotta see this from my, like, y'all. And I just got out the shower. Do not laugh. I got baby powder every freaking where. I'm finna do my skincare.
Big girls love that baby powder.
Yes, y'all. So y'all gotta put yourself in my shoes. Like, I'm big and pregnant. Now we finding out what's going on, baby. Now it's getting real. Like, spiritual work. I don't get into all that. Like, y'all, and you can just tell it bothered him so bad. Like, he would zone out and he would just yell randomly, like, things like, I started getting fat out of nowhere, and I remember this and I remember that, y'all. Even with the marriage thing, it bothered him so bad. Like, his mom, and this is on my children's next breath, his mom didn't even know he was married, okay? His own mom, okay? She found out because of me. And he would say things like, nobody could have got me to settle down. I was young. I had badges, and I literally, for some reason, stuck with her, and she got me to sign this paper and all of this. Like, y'all, he was in deep deep depression, like bad. And of him just realizing his life for the past few years and things that he let slide and certain things that were done to him that he would not normally, like it was, and he would go in and out, y'all. We gonna get deeper into that. Like, our daughter is almost 5, so me reliving the situation for y'all is kind of triggering for me. I'm gonna insert this right here because y'all doing the one in my comments. We were not struggling. He was the only one with income. He owned a car dealership. We were living car to car, but he had plenty of other side hustles. Like I said, he's a person that knows how to get money. He's a person that knows how to survive. Me, on the other hand, I had no income at all. I'm at home with the kids and I'm pregnant. He did not want me to work. Y'all gotta think COVID came out during this time as well. And if you know, you know. It comes to the psychic wanting him to sacrifice money. She wanted him to sacrifice a certain amount of money that he was not, we both were not in position to sacrifice at that time, or just plain out just not taking it serious, I can say that, enough to sacrifice. But me being 20 years old, like I said, if you watch the paternity court episode with me and my second child's father, you will see that situation for what it was. So me meeting a man who's a single father, like I said, when I met him, my baby was like 2 to 3 months. So he's coming in, he's a very much active father figure to my child. Her father was not in the picture. So him being a single father, me being a single mother, y'all need y'all to know the seriousness of this relationship. Like, he has my name tattooed on him. It was no delusion. Like, my daughter is literally calling him dad. She's his watching. Her first steps were to him, first words. He's on her doctor records. It was so serious. Like, he was telling me he wanted me to get my daughter's last name changed to his last name, y'all. The wife was very much aware of the relationship. I saw firsthand him get on the phone with her and literally express his love for me and how much of a serious relationship we are in. I saw that firsthand. It would be times I'm in the grocery store, and Union is a very small place, and her family and friends would like see me and his children, or her daughter, in the grocery store, and I remember like them coming up and questioning her, like, are you okay? And me telling him, and him getting on the phone with her, like going off, like, my baby can be around who I want her to be around, and don't tell this person, don't be questioning my baby. And y'all, it was just no delusion. Don't get out my comments like that. Like, it was very much, I seen him firsthand putting his foot down about me to her. She was very much aware. I was on her email list, y'all, and by this time, like I said, I'm believing, I'm hearing stories. First off, the city is small. Our towns are close together. By now, I'm hearing everything. Everybody knows our relationship, so I'm hearing the stories. And I'm cities that we were staying in were so close together, like a 45, 50-minute drive. Towns are small, so I would hear things from people that grew up with her, people that knew her, knew them as together. I would hear even stories that he would tell me. And I would hear, like, she pays for dick, and, like, she was a booster, and how this is not their first rodeo. Like, he's been showing her that he did not want her. He's been dealing with other females, and how she would act, how she would knock on their door, she would fight them, and even his baby mothers. I was close to a few of them, and I would hear stories from them. Like I said, I'm babysitting his other kids as well that's not hers. Like, it's a thing, y'all. It's a thing, okay? And you have to know me back then to know I ain't never been nothing to play with. I can't be bullied. So when I would hear these things, it did not bother me. And I think even until this day, with her knowing what she knew behind closed doors, that she was making a perception to her family and friends of something else, because I would see firsthand how he would speak to her and how he literally told her the seriousness of our relationship. Now, some days when me and him fought or got into it, did I think he still like would go behind my back with her and be manipulative? Yes, of course, that is a man. But overall, I'm such a girl's girl, and I ain't never been nothing to play with, but I always have had a heart of gold. And I just remember feeling sorry for her, because he literally would talk to her like she was nothing, y'all. And she just would not, like, y'all, I kid y'all not, this is on my children's life. This lady would email me sexual things that he likes done to him. She would tell me how he likes to be pleased. She would literally give me advice on him. It's just a situation where she was the type of person like that did not let up. That's the only way that I can put it. Like, it was clear that he did not want her. Even till this day, y'all, knowing what I know behind the scenes, like, it's just she just one of them people that literally is down bad, desperate. Like, I had to let my hands off the situation. After y'all see what I went through, even after she got out of prison, y'all gonna see and know. I just remember him speaking to her very disrespectfully and just overall just not sparing her. And any other woman, like I said, would be happy to hear that. It turned me off completely. And I just remember frequently taking up for her, because at this point, I'm seeing everything for what it was. It was clear. Like I said, a blind person could see that this man did not want her, but she was not letting up. She's just a woman that's in love with a man. That's all she is. She's just a woman that's in love with a man. And like I said, they had been knowing each other, dealing with each other for over 10 years. So he was in his early 20s when she met him. So she's invested in him a lot. I put myself in her shoes, even though I seen it for what it was. And I just remember taking up for her or telling him, you know, put yourself in her shoes. She's in prison. Like, don't talk to her like that. And me emailing her every day, updating her on the kids and, you know, things like that. And making him send her money. Cause y'all, I'm just so secure with myself. This man, listen, y'all can get in my comments and y'all can do that one. But I know for a fact on my children's life, this man I never said he didn't love her. They've been through enough and she's had his back enough for him to have some type of feeling for her. But overall, he did not want this woman. But she was not letting up. She would insert herself into so much when it came to me and him, to the point where when he wouldn't message her back, she would message me. Well, what's going on? What are y'all doing? Y'all, I would even send her pictures. But I would make him send her money, because it would be days that she would ask for things and he would lie and tell her that he didn't have any money, but he's out here buying himself things or getting my hair done and my nails done. So I would literally make him send her money. I remember him telling me that she knows a lot about him, that he's done, and she's just overall a devious person, especially when she's hurt, that he's watched her be devious. Now, like I said, you got to know the type of person I used to be. Like, oh, she gonna have to come with it. She come for me. But it wasn't even a situation where I felt like I even had to be defensive, because it was clear to see that this man was not interested in this woman. But the devious stuff started from prison. Okay, y'all, just as well as this lady is being dumb and delusional, I wasn't any better. I was very much just as dumb, if not more, and just as delusional as she was. Okay, so at this point, later on in my pregnancy, just as well as she knows about me, I know about her. I know 100% the marriage is real. I know that he's still entertaining her. Like, say for instance, it got so messy, y'all, and it was a bunch of back and forth. At this point, it's like the typical man with two females. Only difference is she was in prison. Okay, so it would be times me and him would fight or argue, and I would go home and he would tell her, oh, I'm ready for you to come home. And then me and him be back together the next day, and she's taking me off her email, and she's like, now she's wondering why he's not texting her back, and she has to add me back, and she's like, oh, so you're back, and then it caused confusion with them. So this was very much a very back and forth thing, and it got very, very messy. But at one point, we both was like in acceptance of each other, and I remember we listen and we don't judge. Okay,
we've been judging this whole time.
One day this man went and got both of our names tattooed on him at the same time, on one arm and on the other arm. Okay, she video chatted, she saw him getting my name tattooed. I was there, I saw him getting her name tattooed on him. So at this point, we are both in acceptance of each other. Okay, but let me tell y'all how my wheels are turning in my head, so y'all can see from my point of view. In my head, okay, you're on paper with her. You are married to her. You've told me that she was a devious lady. She's obviously not going nowhere. I literally see clearly she won't go away. And you've told me the things that she's capable of, what she saw you do. And overall, the marriage itself was not a real thing. It was something that had to be done to save the business and the children. So those are how my wheels are turning. Tasia, she's already married to this woman, and she obviously doesn't go away. But I know how he feels about me, so I'm very secure with my spot and myself. That's how my head was turning. I know. Clock my tea. I know. We listen and we don't judge, okay? And y'all, this lady does not play the radio, okay? We're not talking about somebody that's dumb. We are both two very intelligent women. So I think at some point behind the wall, she was using her head and using her common senses, and she just knew the seriousness of the relationship. I remember her going to the chaplain in the prison and reaching out to her landlord, because the trailer that we were staying in were theirs. It's in her name. And I remember her getting him put out. The landlord calling him, telling him he had to go. So I don't know if she thought we didn't have anywhere to go. I don't know, but I still kept my apartment. Now, what I didn't tell y'all, and we listen, we don't judge. I was always living with him and staying with him. And like I said, I don't have any income at all whatsoever. And I cleaned out my whole apartment. I sold every TV, every bed, every couch, every fireplace, everything in my apartment to help him out with his bills. And we are always there. So like I said, I didn't have a problem with doing that. So she called and got him put out of the trailer. Okay? This is where it gets messy, because after her calling and getting the trailer taken from him, I guess she thought that that was gonna hinder our relationship, because I think she's basically using her brain, because it was a lot of on and off, and this is where the drama start, y'all. So some days I would go through his phone and I would see her plain out dogging me out, like, oh, they say the baby it's not yours. Y'all, I was writing letters to the prison. When it, like, one thing about me, I'm gonna get my point across. I'm gonna get the last word. So when she would email me a paragraph or something, and then take me off her email where I can't reply. Girl, you finna get a letter. You finna get a letter. You gonna hear what I got to say. So it just got so messy, y'all, to the point where I'm sending letters to the damn prison. Okay, this lady was so crazy. Like, the situation had her messed up, and I could only imagine being in prison. There would be times, y'all, she would call and she can't even talk to her kids from worrying about this man. Like, they say when you do something to a person, it can reverse, and I think that root reversed. Like, I remember him, and I quote word for word, this is on my children's life, him telling her on numerous of occasions, you call to talk to your kids. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. I'm going to do what I want to do. You worried about me. Your kids are literally standing right here wanting to talk to you. Like, y'all, she could not see past that man. Do y'all hear me? He ended up moving with me in my apartment. I had a small 2-bedroom apartment, maybe an hour away from where his trailer was. So he moves with me. He ended up buying bedroom suits, furniture, TVs. He brought everything back over. I'm big about to give birth by this time. And this lady, like I said, she don't play the radio. So I think she's hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. We both were at this point. This man was a very manipulative man. And y'all, it would be times where I just was like, go, and he would use the root like a weapon. He would, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Like, he would use the root like a weapon. And his daughters did not move in. She reached out to his mom and his sister and was like, I don't want my girls around me, and please get them until I come home. So the girls end up going, and he ends up, like I said, moving in with me. I'm about to give birth. So y'all, he's living with me. We're preparing for the baby. Like, we are in love, y'all. His girls are not with us at this point. My heart is shattered. She's called his people and asked them to get the girls until she comes home because, you know, she didn't know what me and him had going on, basically. And I think slightly that she thought having the girls to go, that city was like an hour away where his family was from, Chester, South Carolina. I think she thought having them go there was going to push him to go there, especially with his family being aware that he was with me. And that became a problem because, you know, then she would call and she would ask, so when the last time you went up to see them? Or when the last time you bought them? And so that caused a lot of confusion, especially when she would call, because at this point, like I said, I think she was preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. But this lady, she don't play the radio, but she was not the type to just give in easy. Like, so y'all, we are in the hospital. It's time to give birth to our daughter. He's with me every step of the way. The night before, he's been up putting up cribs, car seats. We were just preparing for this baby. We arrived at the hospital, I think at like 5:30, 6 in the morning to get prepared for surgery. I had a C-section. Our baby arrives and she is beautiful. So y'all, this man is so in love with our child. Like, literally all I did was have her. This man woke up in the middle of the night. I can't even remember a night that I had to get up with her. He literally did everything. He was so in love with our child. Her name is Dream. She's almost 5 now, but yeah, her name is Dream. So y'all, it's almost time for the wife to come home. We got evicted out of my apartment. Now, my apartment was like an income-based apartment. So we got evicted. I don't remember why, but we got evicted and we ended up getting like a trailer. So Dream was like 2 to 3 months when we moved. And we're in the trailer. The trailer is like, I say, $900, maybe $1,000 a month. I'm gonna throw this in there. Remember I said I'm gonna tell the truth even if it makes me look bad. So before giving birth to her, this man invested in me. He sent me a few $1,000s to start a business, and the business was named the Dream House Collection. Our daughter name is Dream. The business was doing very well. It was like clothes, lashes, Yanni products, adult toys, things of that nature. So the business was doing very well. But little did I know that this man did unemployment in my name, y'all, and got like a big lump sum under his business. You remember I said it was COVID. We gonna get into that, but I later on found out, and I'm still to this day having to pay it back. He did unemployment in my name. Okay, we gonna get into that. But y'all, do y'all see my face? Y'all in my comments begging for the next parts, and I'm over here fighting for my life to tell y'all. And when I say fighting for my life, I mean literally. Like, I'm in a whole new relationship, so... But I do want to scratch on the fact that this man was head over heels for me. This man love was something that could not be faked. I know y'all are in my comments. Y'all are doing a number. And I don't expect y'all to understand because, like, it's certain things out of respect, because I have so much respect for the situation overall. And people that know me know I'm carrying on in a very respectable manner than what I could be. I'm telling my truth, okay? I've never, ever, and this took 5 years for me to tell my truth. And a lot of times in situations like this where a married man is dealing with a woman, just because of what's on paper, the other woman is often blamed, dogged out, no matter if she knew, no matter if she was lied to, no matter what. It's always unfortunate that no matter the situation, the other woman is always blamed. So y'all have to think how my name has been ran in the dirt throughout our hometown. Y'all have to think how my name, and just because he's a married man, I've been put down. Not nobody hearing this is my first time publicly speaking on my, the man's love for me was very much real. Please get out y'all will see that later on in the story, but I'm gonna keep going. So we're in the trailer, we have a newborn. Y'all have to think, we went and got matching tattoos. I did not tell y'all that when I found out I was pregnant, I don't know if I can say the A word on here, but I was begging for a termination of pregnancy. Like I said, I had a newborn already whose father was not in the picture. So for weeks and months, it was a back and forth thing about me terminating the, see, he did not want me to do it. 1000% was against it. I begged for it, okay? I begged for it. And it's just a situation where I got so far along and I couldn't do it, and he was very happy about that. He did not 100% want me to terminate the pregnancy. He begged me to have this child. Y'all, throughout my pregnancy, I did not want, I literally did not want for anything I craved. Foot rubs, back rubs. 2 weeks prior to her about to come home, I get on Facebook and I see a status from someone that knows her that's saying she's on her way. This was about 2 weeks of her before going to the halfway house. You know, when you go to the halfway house, you're basically home. You get more freedom. You can come home and visit, everything in that nature. So he just started moving funny. Yeah, mind y'all, this is someone that I've never not stayed a night with in 2 years. If I do, it's one night and we're on the phone the whole night and he's picking me up the next morning type thing. We've never not stayed a night without each other in 2 years. So he would stay in Chester. Like, mind y'all, I'm on point at this point because I done saw the status and I'm seeing how you moving. I'm on point. Now from this point on, y'all finna see a whole nother side of me, because I'm gonna add right here that his excuse to go to Chester was his kids didn't have a babysitter. The first in 2 years that this has happened, he was saying his mom and his sister had to work and he had to get the girls and keep the girls. First time this has happened, all of a sudden 2 weeks before she's about to go to the halfway house. So I see how he moving. I'm on point. I don't play the radio, baby. I'm on point. So I remember him one day coming and trying to leave out my driveway. Y'all, it's on. It's on at this point. And I remember putting my car in reverse, putting it in drive, running through his car, putting it in reverse, putting it in drive, running through his car, putting it in reverse, putting it in drive, running through his car. I'm already traumatized. The last situation that I was in, I met him with a newborn. You done made me have another baby. You done told me that this marriage wasn't real. 2 years of my life. You done took 2 years to me. You think you finna know? So y'all, it's literally tension, real bad tension. Like, I remember him going to Chester, me going to Chester, busting his car, when his whole front windshield, standing on top of his car, busting his windshield. He don't care. He go get it fixed. I come back, bust it again. He get it fixed. I come back, bust every window in the car. He get it fixed. Like, y'all, it was bad. And I went to jail. I went to jail like 3 times. I remember him coming over, and mind y'all, this is all happening within 2 weeks. And I'm going to jail. He's sending my mom the money to come bail me out. I remember one day him coming over and me just throwing bleach everywhere. Y'all, I'm not eating. I'm not sleeping. Y'all, I'm sick. Do you hear me? Imagine this though. Imagine all of this, and you see she's about to come home and how this man is moving. So yeah, I'm throwing bleach everywhere. He had to go to the hospital because he swallowed a little bit of the bleach, y'all. And so now, like I said, she's about to come home. I've went to jail. He's bonded me out every time I've went to jail. He's gotten the car windows fixed. He's literally saying, just calm down, just calm down. So let me insert the fact that we now have a no contact, okay? He's considered a victim of mine. The neighbor, when I was wrecking my car through his car, chasing him, the neighbor ended up calling the police. So you have a no contact order with him. So that was his excuse to be in Chester. Mind y'all, she's about to get out in 2 weeks. That's his excuse to not be around. Mind y'all, I know every woman can feel me when you're used to sleeping beside a person and I'm not sleeping. I'm going from 200 pounds to 100 pounds soaking wet, like, y'all. So she is out, not officially out, but she is in the halfway house by this time. I'm keeping my mind busy. I still have my business at this point. I am promoting my business, not really much speaking on it.
not really doing too much, speaking on it. Now, throughout this whole time, she's very big on an image. So, and a lot of times when she was in prison, she would tell me, well, tell him or tell us both, just stop with the social media, thing. She was very much big on the image that him and her had, no matter what was going on behind closed doors. As long as social media didn't see it, she was okay with that. So she's home at this point, but she didn't know about the no contact at all. But she's home, and I'm on Facebook one day, and I see her post a picture of her and him and a picture of a ring. Y'all, he's picked her up from the prison, took her to the halfway house. Mind y'all, my family looking at this man like a freaking superhero. Like, anytime they need anything, my mom, my family, overall, they can call him on for anything in this world. So when it came down to meeting his child, they were like, her daddy got her. Like, my other two, their fathers not being around. Of course, my mom having my oldest daughter, those were her picks. She went hard for them. She bought them clothes. But when it comes to meeting his child, she in her mind, she did not have nothing to worry about. It would be times like my mom would show up with clothes for my other daughter, and he wouldn't, see certain things, and he would go buy our daughter clothes or shoes or toys. Overall, our child was not a priority when it came to just having overall support. My mom had already told me, if you have this baby, like, you're on your own. This is the last child that I'm gonna actually be hands-on with, and that was my second born. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of support with our child. So yeah, fast forward to, she's not officially home. She's in a halfway house, but I'm evicted. So now, me and my mom did not have the best of the best relationship. It's one of those relationships where if I got something to give, she's all in. The embarrassment that come behind, this man has been introduced to my family. I now have 2 babies. I'm evicted. By now I'm staying with my mom. I stayed there for about a week before it just turned bad. So I remember having baskets and clothes and everything. Going from hotel to hotel, y'all. Having to still be a mom, going through a heartbreak on top of being homeless, just overall being used to having the person that you can depend on.
Y'all, we gonna call this episode "We Listen, We Don't Judge," because I know y'all finna give me. I know y'all finna give it to me in the comments after
we
this.
judging.
And I'm gonna just post this, and I'm gonna log off. Okay, we listen. And we don't what? Okay. She's in the halfway house at this point. I am sick. I'm probably in the size 2T, y'all. I can't even, y'all judge me. But it was some days I could not even be a parent. Like, I just remember getting up, cooking for my babies, and going back to bed. Getting up and feeding them just because I had to feed them. And that's literally all they got out of me. I could not even function. I think I was in the size 2T, honestly, okay?
2T.
So, I'm homeless, pissed. I done sold my furniture. I done sold my car to make sure you and your kids had a roof over your head when you couldn't pay the bills. And now I'm homeless. I'm in hotels. Like, y'all, but in the midst, I'm still trying to understand. He keep bringing up the root. Oh, give him time. Oh, he got a plan. Oh, he got something up his sleeve. Stay with me now. Y'all, I even wrote a song about the man. Y'all know I think I'm a rapper. Y'all know females. Okay, so she's in the halfway house. She would have time to come home and things like that. So she would post him. Y'all, he would come with me in the hotel. I would post him. It was like a little back and forth thing on social media. Y'all know how females do. I think her being in the halfway house, towards the end of her being released, she started to pick up on things very well, and just, she know him. They've been together long enough. So I think she just recognized the depression that he was going through, or even him talking to her about it. But I remember her reaching out to me, and we both were reaching out to each other, but her telling me, Tasia, he loves you. Tasia, he loves you, but this is still my husband. I literally have the voice recordings. I recorded most of our calls just because of the person that I was dealing with. I need y'all to DM me, get in my comments, because I would love for y'all to hear the recordings firsthand. I'm changing their names when I talk on purpose. Y'all gotta realize who I'm dealing with. It's very devious. So I would love for y'all to hear that all the recordings firsthand. I swear. Tell me if something can be done with me posting their voices. But we're gonna communicate. I skipped the part where I got an apartment in the hood. So I'm living in the hood. It's an income-based apartment. I'm trying to make her jealous. So I remember dialing her number. She knows he's there. He was telling her when he would come. And she was literally respected the fact that he cared about me. She said she was gone away. At the time, she was like, you know, you cared for my kids. I was gone. You was there for him. At this time, that's what she was saying. Like I said, she's on house arrest. I remember dialing her number on purpose while me and him were being intimate and just being dramatic, so she can hear. And so that turned into I want to stay on the phone, because I acted like, oh my God, I dialed her number. And hello, put the phone down, I want to hear type thing. So he was like, we gonna call you back. I'll call you back. And she like, why you wanna hang up? I will call you back. I will call you back. Like, she would do little petty stuff too. But yeah, overall, like I said, she's on house arrest. He's going back and forth. But he has not left me alone. Me and him had a phone conversation. That's the phone conversation I have and I want to upload. We were all on the phone. They're together. I'm at my house. I'm recording because, like I said, I know who I'm dealing with. She is literally saying, this man loves you. I know he loves you. Why won't he just say, Tasia, I want to be with both of y'all? And he's in the background saying, I'm begging you for a divorce. Just give me a divorce. I told you I was lying to you when you were gone away because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Now that you home, you see the truth, you know the truth. Literally, I'm hearing this. It's no delusion. He's begging her for a divorce. He's telling her he loves me. He's in love with me. Literally. And she's saying, well, why you won't just say that you want to be with both of us? He's telling her, I'm not lying to you no more. I lied to you because you were away. I didn't want to hurt you, but this is what it is. This is what it was. Okay. And me and him end up taking a trip to Miami, Florida together. Like I said, she's home. I think we stayed for like 4 days. 4 days, me and him. And yeah, she was home with the kids. She actually asked me to bring me and his daughter to her to babysit while me and him went to Miami. She knew about the trip. She kept saying, why won't y'all just wait until I get off house arrest and we all go? Like I said, he's literally being straightforward with her. I'm hearing everything. It would be times she would text me and say, hey, when I get off house arrest, me, you, and him are going to do this. Or, hey, you know, she knew about me. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. She has a son that's older than me. She has a son that's literally older than me. Okay, I didn't tell y'all about that. But yeah, me and him are in Miami. So I remember being on the way back. Like I said, she's home. I remember my chest. Don't get in the comments with all that married man karma stuff. My chest was hurting. And I got asthma. So like I'm on a plane and I'm telling him my chest is hurting. Mind y'all, we're on a plane. We're about to go back home. We're about to go back to my apartment. But we're flying into Charlotte. He's from Chester. So Charlotte, his house, the house that she's at was closer. He's saying, you need a nebulizer. You need a nebulizer. And because I take a nebulizer. I would get on a nebulizer if I had to. I have asthma. So he's saying you need a nebulizer. So like I said, we're almost in Charlotte, flying back in. He says we're going to my house. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's late. We're on a night flight, by the way. So if we went there, I think we landed at like 1 in the morning. If we went there, we were very much staying until the next morning. I want to go home. I can't breathe. And I remember him saying, and I quote word for word, like I said, she's home now. She knows where to go. This man is determined, like, no, we're going to my house. You saying you can't breathe, you need to get on a nebulizer. Because from Charlotte to where I stayed, it would have been almost a 2-hour drive, literally. So Chester, South Carolina was closer to Charlotte than my house. So I remember saying, like, I'm not going there, she there. And he like, yes you is, that's my house, she can get the fuck out. And so, like I said, we're on a night flight. So I'm like, okay, we finna go. We finna go.
Bad idea.
So y'all, we get there to his house. She knows, by this time I've texted her, I've said, hey, we're back in town, we're about to come over there. She's so happy, y'all. She's so happy. She asked me, am I hungry? Do I need anything? Like, she's so happy. Like I said, this lady is not a bad woman. She's just a woman that's in love with a man. All our luggage is in the car. I'm sitting in his car. I really don't want to get out. And he comes to the car, he's like, get out, get out. And she's in there. I goes in, and she's bitch. Like, y'all, this lady is, she has a heart of gold. Me and her both. She asked me, was I hungry? She got me a rag and a towel to take a shower. She was nice. So it's actually not awkward that we are together. We've had phone conversations. Me and her have very much been on video and everything. Like, it's not awkward at all. I know y'all finna eat me up. I'ma just post this and I'ma log out because I don't got time. Basically, we all end up being intimate that night, okay?
Ooh, I do it.
That was the first time it happened. So, after that night, that the first 3 intimacy with me, him and her happened, everything's, normal. He's still at my house. And so, y'all, this is gonna tell you how good my heart is. So I didn't get bad vibes that night. Like I said, she was cool, she was welcoming. Then I know he set the record straight in front of her, in front of me, on the phone, up, down, all around. This man is not playing about me at this point. He would come to my house to stay with me in my apartment, and she would text me and say, y'all come up here. I don't want to be by myself. And I would look at him and say, let's go up there. Like, come on. She good people. So we would pack up from being at my apartment and go with her to keep her company because she's on house arrest. We would all be drinking in the kitchen, listening to music, having fun. And y'all, it would be times like we listening to music, we drinking, and this lady would just get up and 2-piece them. I'm talking about boom, 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 boom. Like, she used to be like, when I get off house arrest, I'm gonna run circles around you, like. And I'm like, okay. And then by that night, we all be, you know what I'm saying? So it was like an in and out thing. I think even with me too. I think she playing it cool until she get off house arrest. Because when she got off house arrest, y'all, remember my title, Surviving a Married Man and His Wife. That's when it went down. The entire time she was on house arrest, that's basically what it was, a bunch of back and forth between him, me, and her. Either he'll be at my house, or we will both be up there with her, or he'll be up there with her, and then the next day come to my house. And it's just a bunch of back and forth. That's it, the whole time she was on house arrest. Now, I'm gonna fast forward to her getting off of house arrest. Like, the respect was so mutual. At one point, I remember late at night, him not answering the phone for me, and me driving to Chester, South Carolina late at night, and her coming to the door, me waking him up after sleep, banging on the door, and her coming to the door like, who, Tasia, come on in here, and me coming in the house, getting in the bed with them, because he wouldn't answer the phone. So at one point, the respect was very mutual, like I said. Now, like I said, she did not know anything about the no contact. One day, he came to my house. Now, like a few days before it was time for her to get off house arrest, I remember telling him that I needed a TV. And he did send me the money to like buy, it was like a 65-inch TV to go in my room. But that was it. Like I said, little to no contact with him a few days before it was time for her to get off house arrest. So I remember her getting off house arrest and them coming to my house. Now, like I said, I'm pissed off. The TV is still in the box sitting in my front room. I remember it vividly. But that don't mean nothing. If I ain't saw you, I ain't heard from you, none of that. So
I remember him saying that they were about to come see. Well, her texting me saying we're about to come see you. Right now, I'm pissed because I already see out on Facebook that she's getting off house arrest and stuff like that. So I'm pissed off, and I feel it in my spirit. Like you trying to play. So, anyways, it was. I'm not gonna say it was like a poly relationship, but we both knew about each other. We both was being dumb. So yeah. I remember them coming to my apartment and him just coming in first and me just giving him the death stare, like, and like crying. Like I'm looking at him like he in my house and I'm looking at him crying and I got tears in my eyes and I just remember hearing somebody else behind. I'm in front of the door and I hear somebody knock on the door and it's her. Mind y'all, like I said, every time she saw me, it's been there because she was on house arrest. So this is her first time coming to my apartment. So I just remember opening the door. She needed some lotion. There was an excuse for her to come in. But anyway, and I just remember like looking at him, just not saying nothing, just crying. To understand, this man has never not seen my child. So even when it came to her first coming home, it was just like a huge transition for me because I'm so used to having him, his support, his help, and just not having to depend on nobody but him. Like I said, I didn't have that much support with my daughter, and he knew that. So yeah, I just remember her coming in asking for lotion, and she was like, "No, we just been busy." Oh yeah, they had braces in their mouth. The both of them went and got some braces or something. Something happened like that. Something like, y'all trying to play with me. Y'all, I'm like, oh, y'all trying to play. Y'all done went and got some matching braces. Y'all ain't nobody answer the phone. Y'all trying to play. I remember her coming in and seeing the TV and me saying, you know, thank you for my TV, and her being mad because he put her book on hold. I would love to promote her book on here. Because I think her book is written something about it. I think I've never read it personally, but I remember her writing a book after the situation. But I remember her getting mad because he bought my TV but told her book had to wait, and I remember her pouting about that. I'm gonna answer that right here because that's gonna be important later. She was like, "No, yeah, I'm rushing through the story time because I'm gonna get my butt in the shower, but I don't want to leave y'all hanging." When she walked in, she see me crying. She see the silence. I'm literally like this, looking at him with tears coming down my face. He's wiping my tears off my face, like, "Why you crying? Why you crying? Why you crying?" And I'm not saying nothing. I'm just looking at him exactly like this, crying. Silence. So yeah, she was like, "No, we've been very busy." Like I said, around this time, she don't know about the no contact order. So they were staying at my house.
The change of scenes is crazy.
Of course, y'all know what's happening. Okay, we're not gonna go down there. Okay, yeah, I said the woman looked like Precious and all that, but I am in love. Okay, that's his wife. Okay, come on. But yeah, anyway, so y'all, she used to do little petty stuff like wear her ring. Like the woman just crazy. Still used to have on her little necklace with their last name on it. Like we used to be in the bed, she on one side, I'm on the other side. She got her hand on his chest with and her little finger in my face. Like y'all, she this woman, y'all, like that's what used to be what we going on. And I just remember laying on the other side. And you know, I pick up her finger and I looked at the ring and I looked at him. Like by this time it's all hitting me. Like everything all fun and games now, but now in my head, how my wheels are turning, everything that was told to me when this lady was in jail. You know what I'm saying? And my baby, I got a whole baby by this man. So my wheels are turning. Y'all gotta know how crazy I used to be, okay? But, like I said, playing it cool, everything cool. And I just remember them leaving one day and me texting them both. Like, no, she texted me and said, "We about to come over." And I said, "I don't mean no harm, but it be nights where, you know, you have him by yourself. So anytime y'all come around me, it's not just gonna be no three people. Like, he can come around me by himself just like he be with you by himself. Every time he come around me, basically, I just felt like she was a monitoring flesh, y'all. Like, me and him being our own little world, even when it's her, we laughing in the corner, we getting drunk, and she just there. And you could just feel her energy And like y'all, she's a very jealous woman, so it was not hard to like read her energy. Or even when they leave, it just used to be stuff he used to text me and say, and I used to be like, why didn't say that when he was here? Or is it something that she peeped and told you when y'all left? Like, y'all know what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, when you come around me, at least sometimes come around me by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with her, but I'm not just gonna. It's not just gonna be a thing where I gotta deal with her in order to deal with you. That's just not what it's gonna be. So I remember telling her that because she texted me and said, "Hey, we got to come back tonight," and I said, "No, he can come back," like that. But no, I didn't say it like that. I said it very respectful. I was like, you know, he be with you by himself sometimes. When he come over here, every time you don't gotta be with him. Like, I need time with him to myself. That's what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? Because around this time, like I said, it's mutual respect. I'm trying to watch what I say, y'all. But like this woman, y'all remember I said she was the type that just wouldn't go away. This is on my children's life, my children's next breath. It would be times where me and him would be in the bed with her, of course, all three of us, and me and him would be being intimate, and she would just be right there watching in the bed or rubbing his back or cheering him on. And that's on my children, y'all. And it was just so much, like I said, we were always in our own world, even when she was around. So it was just so much that matched what was told to me. So y'all can call me crazy all y'all want, but everything that was told to me about her just not going away was matching even in real life. So it just became a situation where I'm like, okay, I just gotta put up with her. That's just, she's what come with this person. My job, I'm young, leave me alone. But yeah, she was just there. That's just what it do. She was just there. Me and him, when she's around, we're in our own little world. And like I said, we have our own little inside jokes. We have our own little thing. And like you could just feel the energy. You could just feel it. Like she did not like it. And and I remember him telling her, like, you know, just because you're my wife, you're not no better than her. Like it's very equal. Like nobody is better than the next person. Cause she was the type, she was trying to make me feel like that. Like, y'all, this motherfucker, this lady used to have on shirts that say wife, my husband, this, like, y'all, this woman just, y'all gotta know, y'all. Like, I get it, okay? I get it. Okay, so I remember them going to get like tattoos and stuff. And by this time, okay, after I shot the text that I said I want to be with him by myself. Let me put my phone on the charger. I want to be with him by myself. They were no longer coming around. They were no longer coming around at all. Barely hearing from him. So I think he posted on Snap they were getting tattoos or something like that. Mind y'all, it's been about 4 days. I have not seen him. Barely hearing from him. And I remember texting him like, what's up? You know, what's up? And he's like, he's getting tattoos. And I said, where you getting tattoos at? I'm on my way. He told me. He said, come on. 4 days? Now the ones that know me know. Y'all know. 4 days? Y'all gotta think how bad my wheels done turned in 4 days. So I get to the tattoo shop. Me and my daughter. That's and my other daughter. I have 2 daughters in the car with me. And when I get there, I'm like, what's up? You know, what is up? Like, it's me and him outside. She's in the tattoo place. So me and him outside. By this time, I ain't no excuses, ain't no none of that. Like, it's, baby, what's up? What's up? Okay? 4 days, y'all gotta think, 4 days is a short period of time, but it's a long period of time. We ain't heard from somebody used to hearing from, and then you already know what's going on, the situation, the circumstances, baby. I'm there. So she comes out the door, and she like, hold on, no. Like I said, always trying to insert herself in the middle of what me and this man had going on. She the type of person, like, even to this day, she just want to be in the middle of what me and him have going. It just, when me and him speak to each other, perfect. She just wants to be present. She wants her presence to be known. She wants to be in the middle of everything. So me and him outside doing what we doing. We've been doing for 2 years. Okay? Like, I'm like, what, you know, I'm in his face, I'm talking, I'm mushing his head. Like, what's going on? Like, we doing what we do for 2 years. And here, why you had to come outside, lady? Knowing my mind is not right. Why did you have to come out that door? So she come out the door. By this time, lady, Lady come out the door. By this, like me and him, I'm in his face. He like, man, no, you know, but this, y'all, I don't forgot what he said, but y'all, why that woman had to come out that door? So she on one side, and she like, don't hit him. Don't hit him. Y'all, before I knew it, I done beat this lady up. I done swung on her. I done hit her. I done goddamn throwed her to the ground. Like, y'all, I done beat this lady up out there. Like, up. Do you hear me? The ones that know me know. The ones that know me personally know. Like, why you had to come out that door? You could have just let me and him done what we done. And I just remember her saying, she first came out there trying to talk, but I'm mad, leave me alone. And she was like, no, you're not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna hit my man. Don't get in my comments, but that's her husband. Don't get it. By this time, in front of both of us, he done set the record straight with each other. Like, don't listen.
We listen,
okay?
But we don't judge.
So don't get in my comments with, oh, that's no. He done set the record straight to both of us, okay? So what you mean don't hit my man? So I done hit her. So I done beat her up. The police done came. The lady is in the corner. He's still over there with me. And the police was like, yeah, we're gonna go take you to jail. So she done wrote a whole statement on me and everything. Like I said, when I came, I had my 2 kids in the car. So my kids was in the car when I beat up. Y'all, my car was parked, air still on, air still running. It happened so fast. Okay? So I goes to jail. Him and her has my 2 children. And they took my other daughter to my mom. And he said that he's not leaving Spartanburg, South Carolina until his baby mom gets out of jail. I'm going to insert that they have been involved with other females in the past before, but I think she understood the seriousness. This wasn't like nothing she ever saw before. She knew the man love for me was very much real. Okay, so back to the story. She signed statements on me. I went to jail, and he said he was not leaving Spartanburg, South Carolina until his baby mom got out of jail. He knew that I didn't have a lot of support with our child, and he said his child don't got nobody. He not leaving until his baby mama get out of jail to get his child. So they ended up getting a hotel. I spent the night in jail. My other daughter, by that time, my mom got her, and they have me and his daughter. So y'all gotta think, y'all can just, y'all can feel how I felt in that jail. This lady crazy about a man. She working spirits and roots, my child with them, but I know y'all, that man loved me down. Do you hear me? So I know I was not worried about anything happening to her. But I remember them dropping my daughter off at my mom's and me calling my mom, crying like, oh, I done went to jail. And my mom like, honey, he finna come get you. They sitting right here. They just bought a promise to me. He ain't leaving until you get out of jail. He not leaving. He got dream. He said he not leaving Spartanburg, South Carolina until you get out of jail. So they ended up getting a hotel, and he came and bonded me out the next day. He came and bundled me out. He drove my car to the jail. She followed behind him in their car, his car, her car, whoever car it was. And so my car was even outside waiting on me at the jail with my daughter and him. And she's sitting in the car and on the phone, done got beat up, looking stupid. I makes him get in the car with me. And he tells her to drive their car that they was in, follow me to my house. So he's in the car with me. I just got out of jail. Me, him, and my daughter is in my car. She's following behind us in their car. Like I said, this woman just won't go away. Because ain't no way. The side chick done beat me up, and my man waiting till the next day, not leaving the city until she get out, until he bum me out. Y'all, like I said, the lady just won't go away. So y'all, around that time, she found out about the no contact order. I don't know how she found out. But me and him had a no contact order, and she found out about it. You remember I told y'all at that time she didn't know about it. By now she knows about it, and she used it as a weapon. I'm about to tell y'all. So they dropped me off at my apartment, and he stayed in there for like 15-20 minutes. Y'all, she's outside in the car waiting on him to come out. They just picked me up from the jail. She followed behind us. We're in my car, me, him, and my daughter. They're dropping me off at home. And she's outside in their car waiting on him to come out. We in there talking, you know, of course I'm crying and I'm pissed off. And she embarrassed because she done got beat up. But yeah, she finds out about the no contact order. And I just remember him leaving and just barely hearing from him. And when he would come around,
Of course, we would be intimate, and then he would leave, and I wouldn't hear from him again. So, y'all remember the original charge when I was saying I put the car in drive, put it in reverse, was running into his car, was busting his windows, was fighting him, and things like that. So that's what that's what the no contact order is even for. But she later on found out about it. He helped me get a lawyer. He pitched in on my lawyer, a big portion. Her finding out about the no contact order and calling and getting me put in jail. Y'all, mind y'all, when she found out about the no contact order, he was buying other phones to talk to me, and she would find the phones or just find out about them, and yeah, she would call the solicitor, things of that nature. So I remember going to jail. Now y'all, this literally has nothing to do with her. So I'm in jail. I stayed in jail for like 2 to 3 months, y'all. This lady wrote a letter to the judge. I mean, I'm fighting the charge for the man, the husband, something that happened long before you even got out of jail, and you in here writing the judge saying you feel threatened for your life. So yeah, I sat in jail for like 2 to 3 months. My mom had my girls, and I get out. Now y'all, like I said, this lady, he's buying new phones to talk to me. She's finding the phones. She's going to the solicitor. By this time, she got the solicitor number on speed dial, y'all. I'm talking about, y'all, the lawyer literally telling the judge, the husband wants to drop the charge. This wife has nothing to do with, not considered a victim, nothing. And she's writing letters. She's coming to court. The husband, I spoke to the husband. The husband said he wants to drop the charge. So y'all, the charge later on ended up getting dropped. But this lady literally for months, y'all, I'm getting caught talking to him, or she's kept getting the phones. We both having to download text and apps to text each other and things like that. Like y'all, this lady writing letters to judges, solicitors. Oh, I didn't tell y'all, the 3 months that I sat in jail, this lady was calling the apartment complex trying to get me put out. A lady that works at the apartment. So one of the ladies that worked at the apartment complex that I was staying at, she's from my hometown. She knows my mom. She knows of me. So everybody was aware that I was in jail. It's a small town. So when I got out of jail, I remember her saying, a lady kept calling, trying to tell us you was in jail. And I kept saying, I know, we know. Y'all, this lady was calling my apartment complex, trying to get me put out. When I got out of jail 2 weeks later, this lady done called DSS on me. I don't know what it's called in other states, DSS, DFAX. DFAX is what other people call it in other states. But yeah, this lady done called DFAX on me. Told DFAX I do pills. Around this time, y'all remember I said this after COVID and all that. I remember getting a PPP loan. This lady done called, done looked up my PPP loan, done called and reported my PPP loan. Y'all, I'm going through HE double hockey sticks with this woman. Like, I'm rushing through the story time, but y'all, I literally had been going to jail, getting on house arrest. I got off of house arrest. Like, she keep writing letters to the judges, to the solicitors, everything. And like I said, me and him was still intimate, but it would be times when he would sneak and come, and then by the time he got back, I'm barely hearing from him and things like that. So, like I said, he would have to sneak and deal with me and talk to me. And there's nothing that I can do about it, or he can do about it, because it's a no contact order. Mind you, he's still telling the solicitor, like, look, I want to drop the charges. They said because it's a domestic violence, they can't drop the charges. So he's in contact with my lawyer, and my lawyer, you know, in the end, it all played out. But he's literally doing whatever he can to get it dropped on me. And I find out that I'm pregnant.
You
I'm
learn.
a stretch on the fact that I was young, okay? Not only that, do y'all remember in the beginning of the story where I told y'all I met him with a freaking newborn? I was on Lauren Lake's paternity court. If you saw the episode, you saw what I went through with my second child's father. So when I approached him, I was a single mother of a freaking newborn. So now he's made me have a freaking baby. From the time I met him, my daughter that I was basically struggling with, I'm no longer having to buy diapers. I'm no longer having to worry about wipes. This man was financially taking care of me and my daughter. So now he's made me have another freaking baby. Of course, I do not want to be a single mother of 2. And I am head over heels for him. I am in love, okay? I left a terrible situation and I met him and it felt like everything was right, okay? So, I'm in love. Now I have two babies that's in diapers that he is financially taken care of. So, of course, y'all, of course, I was just putting up with a lot and I dealt with a lot. Plus my age. So please, y'all, take it easy on me in the comments. He's the type of person, like, he's just not used to nothing, y'all. He just brags and just, y'all, I wish y'all knew him to know. And to know what I'm trying to say. So I remember him telling me that they were about to come into some money, like $20,000. Of course, everybody knew the PPP loan was coming, but like I said, she's the brains behind everything. So a lot of times, I knew she had him right where she wanted him, especially when it came to the money part. Okay, I gotta think, this man was taking care of everything that ever in life had to do with me. It was times that I had to step in, yes, and I have a recording. I actually went back and listened to the recordings, but I have a recording where she says, I wish I can be like you, and I sit back and kick my feet up and he do everything. I have to be the one to hustle. I have to be the one to do this and do that. So yeah, had him right where she wanted him, especially when it came to the money. Okay, so I found out that I'm pregnant. Like I said, I haven't saw him in a few weeks at all. On and off communication through the phone around this time, like he was having to sneak and talk to me, y'all. And y'all have to think, around this time, the road has been long. I've been in and out of jail. She's wrote letters to the judges. She showed up to court. He's helped me get a lawyer. She's talked besties with the solicitor. He, like, y'all, this has been a long road. Yeah. So I've went through a lot. But like I said, I'll get a text from a number. He's went and bought like a little flip phone or something to talk to me, and or a text app number, or I'm like, it just was a ongoing thing. So when I found out that I was pregnant, I knew I was not gonna have that baby. So I do have a little bit of income around this time, y'all. And like, it would be times, y'all, I didn't tell y'all, like, it would be times where she would downplay my business. Like, we would be sitting around talking and she would be like, yeah, selling lashes and hair, that's stuff our daughter supposed to do. Our 5-year-old, that's something our 5-year-old can do. We trying to do big things. Like, that's the stuff, that's how she would talk in front of him and just try to downplay me, my business, or anything that I had going on, y'all. This is the type of person that she is. I oftentimes overlooked her because I just knew what type of person that she was. But yeah, so I do have my business around this time. I have a little income, so it's not like he's in charge to pay for my termination of pregnancy this time. I'm very much, yeah, I'm in position now. Coming. So I remember going to Charlotte and him literally texting me back to back to back, but for some reason he would not call. He would just text telling me, please don't do it, please don't do it, please don't do it, are you there? And I remember sitting outside the place and leaving my phone in the car because I couldn't take my phone in. Charlotte, North Carolina is the clinic that I went to, and I couldn't take my phone in. So I remember my last text to him, I said, I'm about to walk in, I can't take my phone in. And he still never called. He's texting, making threats saying, like, if you do that, I'm going to do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. I'm coming back. I'm coming home. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And just me, y'all, by this time, I ain't crazy. Literally walked in the place and I did it. I did it. So when it was done,
scoop.
I told him it was done. He was very upset. He was very, very upset. And that would be his excuse not to talk to me some days. And so I remember going to Chester one day. He told me to come, but he didn't tell me to come to the house. But when I got there, he stopped texting me. So y'all have to know how much of a crash out I used to be. Like, y'all seeing the healed, mature, adult version of me, but y'all, when I say I ain't never been nothing to play with, I ain't never been nothing to play with. Like, don't think it was all sweet peaches and cream, because I promise you it wasn't. Like, after I beat her up, it got to the point where anytime she laid eyes on me, it would be
911 being dialed. So I remember him telling me to come up there but meet him somewhere. But when I got there, I'm there for like an hour or two and he's not responding. So I went to their house. By this time, like I said, I'm off house arrest and everything. And she knows that. By this time, my lawyer done got everything dropped. I done the time that I needed to do. It was just over. So yeah. And I get there and she calls the police, of course, but I done went, open his car door, and I see a phone sitting in the driver's seat. Grabs the phone. So I have the phone in my pocket, whatever. The police come, that makes me leave, but I have the phone. So I goes home, y'all, and like I said, we were so close. His pen to all his cards, his passwords to everything. Everything was 8529. 8529, 8529, 8529. I remember it because it stuck with me so much that now I use the same passcode everywhere, 8529. But yeah. So why did I type 8529 in the phone? And y'all, it was her phone. The people from my hometown know the story that I'm finna tell. So I goes through the phone. This lady is stalking my life down. So I goes through the phone. Y'all, this lady she's stalking my life all through the phone. It's nothing but screenshots of my Facebook page, screenshots of my Snapchats, like videos. Like, I'm going through, this is her phone. I'm going through text messages. She's sending his family stuff that I'm posting of me and his child, telling them don't like that, don't like this. Like, y'all, I can go on and on. This lady, her whole phone consists of me. Now, I'm young, laugh, talk about me, whatever, but I remember changing her profile picture on her Facebook. I'm in her Facebook at this point. I'm seeing everything, y'all. Like, I done changed her profile picture to me or something like that, or an ugly picture of her. I did something childish, but yeah, I'm in her phone. So something told me to go. Well, I went through everything. I went through the notes. I went through everything, y'all. I still have so much in my phone to this day. But I remember going to the videos. Y'all, this is the episode where I need everyone from my hometown to like get in the comments and tell these people that I am not lying about nothing. Everything I say,
they in the comments.
100% true. It's gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound made up, but it's 100% true. I need my hometown to get it. And in the videos, it was videos of them being sexual. And it's a video of her. And people from my hometown can get in the comments and vouch that this is 100% real. Of her with his legs to his head. His legs to his head, they were so far back. And her fingering and licking in his butt. Literally. Tongue inside it. It's open. Like, she's so deep in there. You can see it open. Like, y'all, this root that was on this man, like I said, she can do any. I don't even think he understood what was happening.
That's why he wouldn't leave.
This, like, y'all, he grown. Of course he understood what's happening, but I'm saying, like, in the sense of she can literally do anything to him, y'all. Like, because that's just not him. I didn't see that version of him. And when I say I've never seen this side of him, as far as we went, was like a G-spot stimulator for men. It's a little stick thing, a little toy, and it vibrates and it goes in there while you are either performing oral on him or just playing out. Yeah, we're not gonna go into detail, but that's as far as we went. Like, this lady is on a whole nother level, and that was something that she emailed me from prison and told me about that he likes. And it's a G-spot stimulator. That's what it's called. Y'all can look it up. But it looks like a pencil and it vibrates. But yeah, she was on a whole nother level. I've never saw the side. It's just not him. But yeah. And I posted it on Facebook. I remember posting it on Facebook. So I posted a video of him getting his bottom plate in all over social media.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, for real, y'all. So I did post a video all over social media. She ended up calling the police. They meeting me. They told me to meet her. The phone back. I ended up giving the phone back, but I had already got everything out of it anyway. But yeah. And it was just overall a big thing on social media about him getting his butt played in, y'all. I have this video, and I've had this video for a while. But leading up to me posting it, it was no contact, him not doing for our child. Just, and then y'all remember where I said I had little to no support with our child. And this is something that he knew. And I just remember texting him saying, like, no matter what happens between us, like, you know, Dream don't have nobody. No, I'm going to show y'all my baby. I'm like, no matter what happens between us, you know, Dream don't have nobody but me and you. And just overall no contact, y'all. I'm literally calling him for diapers, calling him for wipes, calling him for everything, and just no contact. I just got fed up, and I remember posting it. And that was another thing. That's something that she held on to, and she brought up to him, like, oh, she humiliated you, she did this and she did that. And quite frankly, y'all, I do not regret it, because it hurt his soul for other people to see him getting his butt played in. And to this day, he holds it over my head, and I don't regret it. Like, you played in my face for so long. You manipulated me, took advantage of me, because you know I was young. He's acting like he's the victim. Oh, you humiliated me, but that turned me up. I'm glad you did that. Y'all, it hurt his pride so bad that I posted that video. Everybody, the whole world saw him getting his butt played in. It hurt his heart. And he, again, playing victim, like he's a victim. There's so much that I did not speak on. Out of respect for certain people and certain things, I did not speak on. But what I went through was crazy. So years has passed by, y'all. At this point, I've stopped bothering them. Like I said, once I posted that video of him getting his butt played in, that was kind of like the final straw. Even I was over it. But it boiled down to me just having to put him on child support, y'all. I remember serving child support papers on him, and her going to the door telling them that he doesn't live there. And I'm gonna add this in here. I promise y'all, I am not bitter. Even when I could have been bitter and had every reason to be bitter, I was not bitter. Y'all, I'm young, I'm lit, and I'm really her in real life. I have no reason to be bitter. If anything, I am embarrassed. Like, even people now that are finding out who they are in my message requests like, you had no business. I just think after I healed from who I thought he was, because y'all have to think, I'm in a whole new relationship now. I'm past it. This is something my friends asked me to tell my TikTok. They've been asking for a long time, but I told my story when I was ready to tell my story. I promise I'm not bitter. I literally just recently filed for child support like a year ago, and she's about to be 5. Definitely no bitterness at all. I don't even want that narrative on me. I promise I'm not. I had to hire, y'all, a process server. Some of y'all may know what that is. Some of y'all may not. You've Been Served, LLC, out of Columbia, South Carolina, to have this man served, y'all. And she literally dressed up, walked into a business that they were managing, acting as if she wanted to sign up. Y'all, it was a whole process that I had to go through to get this man served, just to get some type of help from him. Like, years has passed by, no help financially, y'all. And this is what I didn't tell y'all. Like, at one point, I literally remember losing my sanity. I remember not having a lot of support financially, physically with my children. Y'all have to think, one of them at the time is autistic as well. When it came to my other daughter, like I said, my mom was there. But when it came to me and his daughter, I just did not. It was no one that I could call on for anything. A babysitter, diapers, wipes, nothing. And it just became very overwhelming. And I remember, like, just feeling as if this is not something I signed up for. Like, throughout the whole time of me being pregnant, asking for a termination of pregnancy, him saying no, him refusing to pay for it, him keeping me in the house, not allowing me out his eyesight. Like I said, even when she got here, that was his child. I don't know if y'all recall me not even waking up in the middle of the night when she cried to change diapers, taking her a bath, nothing. That was his child. So just overall feeling, what's the word? Sounds crazy, I know, but in my head it's like, I didn't sign up for this. In my head, that's what it was. Like, I did not sign up for this. So, I remember his sister and his mom. I don't remember what happened. Dream is like 1 year old. I remember, telling them like, I cannot take care of this child. I can't. I literally have a daughter that's disabled, and I have no support with Dream. So I remember them coming, me setting Dream stuff outside, and them coming to get her. And I just felt relieved, like I could not do it. Like, y'all imagine all of this still having, like, I'm looking at his child every freaking day, and I'm like, whoa, I'm really stuck with another child. So yeah, it was just overwhelming. And I remember this lady coming up to my mom at work. I don't remember how that happened, but I was introduced to her. She's an older lady. I think my mom at that point knew what I was going through with my daughter. And she called me and she's like, I met this lady, she's married, and her husband wants a baby. Y'all, I know y'all gonna eat me up in the comments. I know y'all is, but the town that I'm from is very small. The lady is a good lady. I've heard nothing but great things about her at that point, and I remember packing Dream up, even down to her socks. I sent her social. I sent her birth certificate. I sent everything. Dream had nothing at my house. Never met this lady a day in my life. Never. And my mom called me and said her and her husband wanted a baby. And I literally packed her up. So yeah, I remember packing Dream up, everything she had at my house, and sending her with this lady. Never met the lady a day in my life. But packing Dream up and sending her with her. And y'all, she kept Dream for months and months. And once I got my mind together, I started to, not ask, but allow her to bring Dream. It started like on the weekends, things like that. And to this day, y'all, like, that's their child, okay? Her name is Tyra Smart. Her husband's name is Ivan Smart. They love my child. She's not even my child. She's their child, okay? Like, that was the best decision I could have made. But at that time, y'all, and she holds a special place in my heart because I basically gave her my child, a stranger. And I'm finna cry, y'all. I never, ever heard it in the streets, y'all, like, at all. And she didn't know me at all. She only knew what she heard about me. And so she kept my child. Like, I wasn't even on my baby's doctor records, like her address, her name, everything. I'm actually in process of getting Dream's last name changed to their last name, y'all. Like, these are people, to this day, I literally just have my child. If I call them right now and say Dream wants a freaking helicopter, Dream is gonna have a helicopter outside. Like, they love her down, okay? So yeah, that was one of the best. God sent her in my life. But now, one of the main questions that I'm getting asked is, what is my relationship with the husband and the wife today? So throughout the years, it's been a lot of back and forth, not with him, not with like relationship wise, but just trying to be cordial, not being cordial, trying to be cordial, not being cordial. And overall, I've grown enough to know when I'm the problem. And I can say I'm not the problem with my chest out, okay? I remember on Dream's 4th birthday, inviting them to her birthday, even getting her a shirt that says stepmom of the birthday girl shirt, of course, him, daddy of the birthday girl, their daughter, sister of the birthday girl. Overall, like, when they leave, not hearing from them or me texting her, I don't worry about it. Like, Dream literally, if you ask her her dad's name, she says Ivan Smart. Like, Ivan. If you ask her her mom's name, she says Tyra. Okay? So, it's like a thing where who my baby don't know can't hurt her. What she don't know can't hurt her. And as her mom, it's just my job to protect her. And I think after you heal from something, you start to see things from like a whole nother perspective. So even when it comes to the people that are surrounding him that allowed so much and didn't speak up, even for his innocent child, that we're not gonna go into that, but him, you just start to see people and their ways and what they think is okay, and you just I want better for my daughter. So I don't care about him not being in her life, him coming in the courtroom with disability papers saying that he's filing for disability because he can't breathe. Now, this lady went to the extent of putting her own husband on child support, because once he has a certain amount of kids that he's on child support for, he won't have to pay it no more, like 10 kids or something. Y'all, like, she's that type of woman. This lady still doesn't stop. Like, when we do talk, which is every blue moon, because I've even just gave up on wanting help from him and everything. But when we do talk, that's what he says. Oh, you was on Facebook with people laughing at me. You humiliated me. Oh, you hurt me. You broke me, y'all. That's what he says. He is my bitter baby mama. When I say he's my bitter baby mama, I remember getting a boyfriend and he's not doing nothing because he's here. He won't help me. He tells me as long as I got a man in the house, I can't ask him for anything. His name in my phone, on both his phones, or my bitter baby mama.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wheels of Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Hit the links down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com, okay, where you can unbig that back. Everybody's unbigging that back with me, okay? We slim it down for 2025, okay? Let's get loose, man. Healthy eating and exercise, okay? No drinking, okay? I'm about to put down the cigars, too. Somebody said, put down the cigars. I said, okay. Maybe. Anyway, gotta have something to chill with. Sitting in these long videos, okay? Surviving a married man and his wife. Now, the wife is crazy. Now, shout out to Tasia P on TikTok. You can find her on TikTok. And she is also, she did do paternity court, and I watched that episode. She was much younger, and her baby daddy wasn't, he was trash, okay? And he's still trash. He still don't take care of his kids. Like, you know, she knew it then. He wasn't crap. So, you know, I just want to start by saying, like, okay, this girl's had a troubled life, okay? She was once a 304, so her being in a relationship with him and the wife and him, it wasn't a stretch of her imagination, because, like I said, she was a 304 at one point. Like, she's been through some stuff, okay? Like, some stuff. And I thought she was going to eventually finish her 304 story, because that's how I first got onto her. But then she switched to this story, and I don't know where this story came from. But, it, you know, I just got onto this story and was like, we going to finish this story. And I was like, well, this is a good one, too. But I wish she would finish the 304 story, because we still got that one to finish. You know what I'm saying? But, so if you listen to the 304 story, then that one will make sense where this story came from, because the 304 story will tell you the mindset and the stuff that she was going through, which, because the 304 story was like when she, you know, just had the baby. And when she just had the baby, she didn't really have stuff going on. She was really going through a lot, losing the kid. Like, her mom had the kid. Her mom took the kid away from her. She was out in a whole different city in Florida, and, you know, people had to get her back to the city, get her back to South Carolina because she had to run away from the pimp and stuff like that. Then she got to South Carolina and was dealing with a pimp there, and that's when she met this guy. Okay, so that's how all this story ties into each other. I probably should put that story in at the beginning because, like I said, it kind of all ties into each other because you kind of wouldn't know where she's been or why this story came about without getting that story. So I don't know. Maybe I'll drop that then. But I don't know. If y'all want it, whatever. It don't matter. But that's crazy though because then you listen. I knew. So when the girl, how they was being friendly, and then the girl was getting out of jail, I was like, oh, she down. Like she ain't. If the other girl, she ugly, but she down. So I knew that was gonna happen, and it did. Okay, just the only thing is the lady felt entitled, which she should. That's her husband. And then, uh, when the wife, she said she gonna run circles around dude, and she did. So if she had any type of stronghold, which she did, and I don't know what it was, because man, I don't know. Maybe he was just maybe some people are just like that. Like some people just have relationships with people you just can't explain, and that's one of them. They probably still together. Just he probably still sleeping with other women. It's just not gonna change. He's not gonna change. She's not gonna change. They gonna be together forever, and until they not. And unfortunately, it's gonna be a lot of other hurt women in between, and it probably is because he got other kids along with hers that he's had on this woman. So then it comes to the stuff that happened on Facebook. Now, do I agree with that stuff? No, I think that stuff is wild and crazy, and I think like, should you have done it? No, but was it probably necessary to show people you ain't playing? There's ways to do it. There's ways to do stuff, but I think public humiliation is probably never well, I guess it depends. So like today, I was asked by a coworker. They said, "Do you think Jay-Z did it?" I said, "No, I don't think so." And I'm gonna tie this all in together. I said because we've never heard stories of Jay-Z being a freak. We've heard stories about P. Diddy being a freak. So when you hear these stories about P. Diddy being a freak, and then it comes out that he's having these freaky parties and this stuff is real, and then you're like, I don't know why people are shocked. There shouldn't be a shock. Like now people are mad at him for being freaky. So now that's when it becomes the public humiliation part. Now they're publicly humiliating Puff Daddy for being freaky when there are a million other people in this world that are just as freaky. They're just not rich and Puff Daddy, okay? So when you put that stuff out there, yes, it embarrasses him, and even people who are just as freaky and get that just as much stuff done to them, they will also be able to laugh at him. But I do that freaky stuff, but my stuff ain't on the internet. My woman won't put that stuff out there. So you open up the door for people to publicly criticize him, and you humiliated him, and it's kind of sad. Unfortunately, I think there's more to it than just that she just did that for. I don't think she just did that for no reason. I think it's more to the story. like she told us, like, oh no, I had her phone, and that woman just kept poking and poking and poking, and she said, all right, and he sat there and let her poke. He let her poke. He let her poke, and then she was like, okay, you gonna keep letting this woman poke me? Now it's time to poke this back. And how do I poke her back? By poking you, who she loves the most. Okay? Now, is there revenge porn? Probably so. I mean, this is just a few years ago, honestly. I don't even think it was that long ago that this happened. So, because the PPP loans and stuff was happening. And that reminds me, like, if she was young and the PPP loans was just in 2020, girl, you still kind of young. Am I correct? I mean, she's got to be in her 20s. She made it seem like it's been 10 years. So, no, this ain't, no. I ain't give, okay, I might be wrong. This ain't, she ain't changed. She ain't changed. She just a few years removed from this guy. That's why her boyfriend whooped her. Her boyfriend whooped her because she's still in love with this dude, and I mean, she shouldn't have been whooped, but I'm saying they got into a fight because she's telling this story, and he's like, why you up here telling this story about this other man, and why you up here talking about your confessing your love for him and how much you love him and what you like, you sound like you still love him. So they got into a whole argument about it. And yes, men will argue about stuff like that because we sensitive. Okay? When you dealing with a sensitive man and you talking about another man, that's a sensitive subject, man. We don't want our woman online talking about another man, her ex especially. Like, hey girl, what is you doing? Like, forget him. Like, I don't be talking about him or anybody at that point. Like, what are we doing? You humiliating me by talking about him. But anyway, I don't know. That's just a theory of mine. But shout out to Tasia P, man. I want y'all to go follow her TikTok. Matter of fact, I'm not going to put the 304 story. Y'all go watch the 304 story. Because that's the prequel to this story, and you're going to see her lifestyle, and then you'll understand how she got into this situation. Because how she got into this situation was from the 304 story, which is crazy in itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like she really didn't know what to do. She didn't have no guidance, and she was really, her back was against the wall, and she needed to get money to take care of her kids. Her kid at the time, which from her first baby daddy, who didn't want to pay child support, who still don't want to pay child support, and they went to paternity court. So, it is what it is. But everyday people, man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.